100 episode special. 100 episodes, and y'all ain't get off one episode? Y'all ain't put one podcast episode out? Y'all let me get off 100 episodes. Come on, man. I'm ready to go. Now, let me say my intro, though. Let me say my intro. Welcome to a new episode of the CAP Podcast, Consumer Ammunition Tactics Podcast. Hopefully, y'all blessed. Hopefully, y'all amazing. Hopefully, y'all great if you're new. My name is Michael Benjamin, CEO of Consumer Ammunition Tactics, or CAT, as y'all see the logo right there, but you probably know me if you're watching this. So, 100 episodes, man. It's definitely a blessing. 100 episodes. We'll have to get the horns again. So we did the vote on IG, and basically we were just talking about the fact that if I was going to do an interview, like interview myself, or if I was going to do a regular episode, if I was going to do a mindset episode. So y'all decided for me to interview myself. So that's what we here to do. 100 episodes. 100 episode special. 100 episode special, man. I'm ready to go. Let's get it. So the way we're going to do it is I'm going to do it as if I was interviewing myself, but it's like not as structured. So we just going to have a sit down, a talk. Make sure y'all get y'all drink, make sure y'all get y'all popcorn, get your whatever. So I gave y'all so much sauce in previous episodes, but basically today I guess you guys want my story or whatever. So that's what we're going to really focus on. I got some water in the building. Get y'all in line, whatever. You're taking shots. Do what you got to do. We got Creed in the building. Make sure y'all smell good. I don't know if it's going to focus. We got Creed in the building. Make sure y'all smell good because smelling good is very, very important. Credit is not just about having the best credit, but you want to have the best smell as well. So smell expensive. Smell how you got to smell. I don't know if I'm going to keep these on during the entire interview. I think it's better without the glare. But a lot of people, this is a sidebar. A lot of y'all think like my glasses are just for display, but like I really don't be seeing nothing. You feel me? So it's like it's prescription. So as far as my intro, when I have a guest on, I'm asking them stuff like, introduce yourself and everything in the bio. So I'm gonna just give my own bio. I'm not gonna read no bio or nothing because it's about me. So those of y'all that don't know, my name is Michael Benjamin, CEO of Consumer Ammunition Tactics, or CATS. And I would say I'm more so, if you see my IG, you see God-made hustler. So I consider myself a God-made hustler because, a lot of people, it's just a play on words. A lot of people, they come up with the whole thing of self-made hustler, self-made this, that, and the third. A lot of my principles, if y'all have seen from previous episodes, I rely heavily on my relationship with God. You feel me? So that's kind of where I came up with that, if you want to say that. I didn't see that anywhere. I just kind of thought like, okay, God-made hustler. So I think of myself as a God-made hustler because everything I do is through God. I get that good credit. It's through God. I build a good relationship. It's through God. I had the discipline to get to 100 episodes through y'all support and who? The man above, God. So that's what I would consider myself, a God-made hustler. I would consider myself a serial entrepreneur. And basically, I educate y'all about the consumer credit laws to help people increase their credit knowledge, increase their consumer law knowledge, and just get to the next level as far as leverage. Because when we talk about these consumer laws, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, we talk about the FDCPA, Truth in Lending Act, the Fair Credit Billing Act. It's so much information out there, but it's like, how do you actually apply it to help your situation? That's why we place a lot of emphasis currently on the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I want y'all to really master it so that y'all can really take control of your credit reports, and then you're able to essentially get to the next level, right? So that's a little bit about me. That's a little bit about what I do. When we have a person in the interview chair, I just ask them, that's what it is about them. So as far as telling y'all a little bit about myself, me, Michael Benjamin, man, it goes a long way. So first and foremost, let's start from the beginning. So I was born in Inglewood, California. Shout out to anyone from Cali. If you know about Inglewood, California, it's like the slums, it's a ghetto, all that, whatever you want to call it, all that, right? So I was born there. I wasn't raised there. I was born there. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Basically, my parents, they came from Nigeria to America, and that's basically where they moved. That's where they born me. So that happened. I was there for maybe like 3 years before we moved out because, all this gang violence, things of that nature. My parents not trying to be around that, you feel me? So we got into a better situation. And then I just grew up doing what I was doing. When I was in preschool, it was crazy. When I was in preschool, basically what had happened was one of my teachers, she basically wanted to put me in special education classes because they would call on me to talk, but I just wouldn't say nothing. Like they'd be like, "Oh, Michael, what do you think about this? Michael, how are you doing? Michael, this, that, and the third." I just would not say nothing to them though. I know back then, like to me, I just didn't want to be in the situation. I just felt like an outcast and everything. I was the only black kid over there. So it was just a thing of, I know there was nothing wrong with me, but at the end of the day, they wanted to put me in special education classes. And at the end of the day, somebody that wanted to put in special education classes, y'all letting him get off 100 podcast episodes and y'all ain't got off one. You feel me? Hold on, let me get a horn for that one time. You know what I'm saying? All right, so yeah, anyways, basically they wanted to put me in special education classes and it was crazy. So I basically had this lady, she fought as a mentor for me. She basically went over there. She was saying there's nothing wrong with this guy. He's talking at home, this, that, and the third. He's good. So she was fighting for me. And what's crazy too, I recently reconnected with her. This is like after preschool, right? I've been graduated college many, many years ago. So it's like, it's been a while, right? So she fought as like a mentor for me. And that was like my first taste of mentorship. So it was just dope how I was able to get out of that situation based off of her helping me and serving as, a mentor for me, just fighting for me, saying like, there's nothing wrong with this guy. And then, I go on later to do what I'm doing with like Cat and everything. I was doing speaking engagements and stuff. We're going to get into that, but just giving y'all, some of my story. So fast forward, I go to high school, I'm doing my thing in honors, AP classes and all that. I had over the 4.0 GPA, you know what I'm saying? I was on the track team, doing this, that, and the third. The typical Nigerian thing of, you got to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer. I went on to be an engineer. I went on to be a chemical engineer. A lot of y'all don't know that I was a chemical engineer. So when we talk about my mentorship, the CAT credit, retire your 9-to-5 mentorship, I was actually working as a chemical engineer, with a 6-figure salary. So it's like the average person in my situation, they wouldn't have given up the salary, but the reason why I left, it's a whole different situation. But yeah, I went to high school. Then I went to college. I went to college for chemical engineering. Hold on. I need a water break. Y'all go get y'all popcorn, get y'all shots. Y'all take a shot for me. We probably going to premiere this on YouTube, by the way. So basically, I went to college. I graduated with a chemical engineering degree. I was able to, get my bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. I got a job in Washington State. So I moved to Washington area. I was there for some years, Seattle, all that, you know what I'm saying? Did my thing out there. And then I did what I had to do to leave my job because during COVID, we were working from home and it was cool. But then it got to the situation of, okay, we're coming back to the office. But the whole time I was building Cat, and Cat was actually starting to, grow. After a bunch of failed businesses that I did, we're going to get into my failed businesses and then we're going to get into the credit talk. So basically, the main reason why I left my job, my chemical engineering job, they were basically telling me like, we coming back to the office and things like that. And I'm not going to get too much deep into it, but it was just like not seeing my value type stuff, So that happened. I'm skipping all over the place. It's so much that be happening, but I'm trying to remember it all in a cohesive manner. So let's talk about the failed businesses. So, okay, I got the job in Washington. I moved out there. And basically, I already had in my mind, I'm an entrepreneur, right? My entrepreneurship journey, let's start there. My entrepreneurship journey started, I want to say maybe like 4th grade. 4th grade is like you're 9 years old. And I always had that mindset of, I just needed more. Okay, how can I get rich? How can I get money? How can I do this, that, and the third? So my mindset back then, I was recycling cans, recycling cans to make some money, make a little bit of money here and there, make a little bit of money over there doing what I had to do. So when we would have parties at my house, I would recycle cans. I would be so happy. I'm recycling all these cans. It's like 5 to 10 cents per can. I get like 20, 30 something dollars, right? That was like my first exposure to entrepreneurship in my head, right? Because I was like, okay, I'm not getting no job, but I don't know how to actually make money. So I did all that. Fast forward, I eventually I was filling out surveys online. I was just doing what I could to get money as a young kid, right? You're 10 years old, you don't know what to do. So I was doing that. And then eventually, which was crazy for me, I was able to get myself a PSP. So it was back in the day when they had the PSP game systems. Eventually, I got myself a PS3 as well, just doing a bunch of different hustles. So fast forward, I get to where I got my job, my first engineering job. And then in my mind, I'm like, okay, I have this entrepreneurship mindset. I'm not trying to be here forever. So I'm like, what can I do to make some extra money?